Hello and welcome to Minecraft Studios Volsung video. Today we will show you how to run a rampage with a rampaging giant golem running amok in the city of Lioness. So what is it all about? It's a whole new gameplay experience when the golem, the model is not actually controlled by a player but is controlled by a game. So you can have a cooperative experience, a cooperative game against this model. With 1, 2, 3 players, how many you please. But we will show you the basics, how to run the mechanics of how it works. So we'll just use a one-player game. I will be the moderator, and Jan will be playing against him with his Ashen Dog Club. So Jan, who do you have in your?
I have Sir Lance Oakroot, Mary Fearless, and Sir Zachary Fierce Button. These are my heroes. Additionally, I have 2 Butlers, a Bruiser, and Abhinav Singh.
In the Giant Golem, because this is basically a free hero game, so the Giant Golem also has a Giant Golem hull, which is required for the Giant Golem. 3 heroic systems installed, and the funds are spent on buying the support systems until the funds are 0. So what do we do now? Now, for every of the systems installed, you pick the corresponding card for the Rampage deck, and you create a Rampage deck. So whenever an enemy's or the player's model will be activated, first you reveal the top card from the Rampage deck, so that you know what the golem will do. In this case, you know that whenever you are to activate one model, after the first model you will activate, this giant golem will activate a heroic system Technomagical Impudence Scam. The thing is that you don't know what the system will do, because the heroic systems have 4 different things they can do. And this is done by revealing the top card from the normal playing cards deck that you use for the game. So please proceed. We'll just go into the first turn.
Okay, so I start with my first activation, right?
So you know that this model will this system that will activate. This is a spades card, so this is most likely wants to go fighting in melee.
Okay.
So it will close.
So I think if probably it will be going towards me, I'll just start with some shooting. And the first model to activate will be Abhinav.
And as in the other game mode, the way to stop this golem is to destroy all the heroic systems it has installed.
Okay. I think as he's a henchman, I will try to shoot some system that has rather lower stats. And I think, I see all of them have defense of 0, so they...
Defense plus 0, so you use the base defense of the gigantic golem hull, which is 2. So this means that all of those systems, if they have defense of plus 0, means that they already rolled 2 successes on their non-existing dice.
Okay. So I think that... Okay, I'll just check out. I think I will shoot this one.
Yeah, so Jan is targeting...
This is an improvised weapon. And it has a defense of plus 0, so as if it already rolled 2 successes. I roll my dice. This is short range plus 1 for elevation and 3 dice for my guns. And I have 3 successes. Yeah.
So you compare it to the defense of 2, which means that you scored 1 critical hit. Since this is a support system that you are targeting, it will not add any more dice. It's just a hit with 1 critical hit.
So 7 strength, minus 4 armor, 3 wounds.
Yep, 3 wounds at this weapon. So I will do the same we use those small cards to track the wounds and to check the rules, because basically the large cards are still hidden.
Okay, with the second action, I'll try the same and hit the same system. And I scored 2 successes, so
that's a hit.
That's a hit, and that's a draw, right?
Yes, but you only need to do 2 damage to destroy it, so you succeed. So you now just destroyed the improvised weapon. Yep. Then again. Okay, so now, since you are now finished with the activation of your model,
now we draw a card.
Now we draw a card.
This is the King of Spades.
Yeah, on the King of Spades. Yeah. So you check up on this Rampage card what the Golem will do. So in case of a Spades, it only matters if it's a Spades card of a Ace of Spades. On the Ace of Spades, it just does the same but twice as good. So on the Spades, it makes a fight. So it makes a fight action or charge if in range, or move towards the highest strength enemy model using the installed melee weapon that provides the most strength. So it isn't in charge range, it isn't in melee. So the highest strength enemy model would be the Ogre. So it will move its movement of 4 inches. Yep. And that's about it. Now it's the second activation. So before you pick another model to activate, we reveal another card of the Rampage deck. And this is a support system, a Votanian Great Battle Rifle, and we only apply the active part of it. So this reads, if this support system is activated, this model makes a shoot action with offense 2 modified by range as above, targeting as many enemy models as possible, choosing the lowest reflex enemy models in line of sight first. Each model is targeted only once. So basically what it means right now you have to you get to activate a model, but right now it will pick the Ogre as the first target, Sir Zachary first button because he has reflex 2 also as the second target, and one of the closest battler as the third target.
Okay. Alright, I think I will take the Ogre as the second activation. I will try to get to melee, but well, no, with the first action it's not possible, but
with the second action
it is. And I now can target any system.
You can target any system.
Okay,
so I believe you want to target one of the heroic systems.
I guess.
But they will add cards to it, and they all have defense +1. So it's easiest to kill.
Okay.
Well, you can try, because you now know that the Votanian Great Battle Rifle will activate.
Yeah.
You can try to destroy it. Then this activation will not happen.
I think it's not a bad idea. So it is has a defense of
2.
0, of 2 from the
Giant Golem hull.
Okay, so I have 4 dice. If possible, I will try and hit it. Yeah, I did.
Okay,
so just 1 hit and no critical.
So it's strength of 7.
Strength of 7.
Armor 4, 5 wounds. So it's at 2 wounds.
Wounded,
remaining.
but still
not enough.
Not enough.
So now this system, the Votanian Great Battle Rifle will activate. So this is still the first model, because the Golem has still the puny creatures rule, so it can do any action in melee. So this is the first target, this is the second, this is the third one.
Okay, so I'll just roll reflex for the Ogre.
This is free because of it is modified by +1 to the offense in range.
I'm hit, and we'll just see if there's
how many critical hits. Yep.
There's 1 critical, and I get hit by strength of
4. So 5 minus 1 armor, that's 4 damage.
4 damage, exactly.
Now the Sir Zachary.
But now it's -1.
Well, you don't. It is still within 8 inches.
Yeah,
range,
I mean, but still -1
because
of
the fast shot. Yes, the fast shot reduces 1 die.
I got it's draw, so it's a hit.
No, it's not a draw. It's 1 critical hit.
Yeah.
So it's 5 points of damage.
Okay. 5, and I will have to discard 2 red cards. No, I will take it.
Okay, and the last one is to the butler, and it's just 1 success because of the range.
And that's nothing.
Yeah, that's a miss. Okay. Now is another activation. So before you choose a model to activate, you reveal another card from the Rampage deck, and it's a Nilsgaard Temporal Oscillator. So this is a heroic system. So you don't really need know what it will do until you reveal the top card. So after your activation, so you it's more of a buff system than shooting or fighting. It can shoot, it can fight, but it usually moves or applies buffs.
I think I will move Okrut next, as well. I don't want to shoot into melee, and he will manage to charge with 1 move.
Okay, so you'll get 2 actions to fight with it, with the Golem. Remember that you don't get bonuses for the Ogre in the melee, because the base of the model is larger.
In any case, I have 9 dice.
So what system do you want to target? The one that is activating? Or
Well,
do
I
you
think
want to...
that I'll try to hit the one that's activating.
Okay,
as I
so
have
news
only
guard,
2
temporal
of strength.
oscillator. Yep. 9 wounds and 1 armor. And defense of 3.
3, alright. Well, I got 1, 2, 3 successes. So just 2 damage. And
Yes, but you have armor piercing of 1. So you ignore the armor, and that's 2 points of damage because your strength is 2. Yep. Your second action?
well, the same. Okay, this time it's another 3.
Another 3, so it's 2
Another
more
2 points of
wounds.
damage.
You can we forgot about something.
What?
Whenever you target a heroic system or it targets somebody, you reveal the top guard from the deck. So for the first hit, it revealed a court card of clubs.
Okay.
So it has 3 plus 2, that's 5 successes. So you missed it.
Alright.
Now for the second hit, you can apply cards, but for the second hit, it only revealed a normal card. So it's only plus 1 success. So it's 4
Well,
defense.
I think I will add Ace of Clubs.
So now you get 1 critical
So,
hit.
All in all, I think it's pretty similar as if I hit it twice.
It's 3
Anyway.
wounds, I believe.
Okay.
Now this system gets to activate after you finish with the
let's check.
Lowcrit. Yeah.
Hearts.
So this means that because you are hitting him twice, you remove those 2 black cards from the deck. So now it's hearts. It's a buff. This model makes a normal move action directly away from the closest enemy model. Activate 1 support system immediately, even if it was already activated this turn. So you make 1 move action directly away from enemy model, so it's 4 inches, and then activate 1 support system. So this is the player who gets to activate the system. So out of the support systems, there is the destroyed improvised weapon and 2 ranged weapons. So you get to you choose to activate the high velocity piercing shell cannon. Yep.
Okay.
So the active is, if this support system is activated, this model makes a shoot action with offense 2 modified by ranges above, targeting the highest armor enemy model in line of sight. So the highest armor is Ogre. Again Ogre. Well, I believe Sikh has the same armor, but there is a tie, we always choose the closest one. So the Ogre, your reflex is 2, the offense of this weapon is plus 0 up to 12 inches, and the offense written on this card is 2. So it gets 2 successes, so it's a hit.
And I got 2 successes.
Yep. So you suffer 7 damage, armor piercing 2.
Okay, so just 7 damage.
Yep. So the Ogre is already wounded for 11 wounds. Yep. Now is the next activation. So before you choose a model to activate, you reveal the top card from the deck, and it's an improvised weapon, which is already destroyed. So this Golem will now just skip this activation.
All right, so I think I will choose Mary, as now there is no one in close combat, so it's no chance hitting your own.
You might want to move into close range.
I think yes. I will try to move a bit closer. Let's go here. Okay, and I have 2 shots. First action to this wounded heroic system.
Okay, so it has defense of 3. And it will reveal the top card from the deck. So the top card is miraculously red, so it applies to this damage. If it were black, then this wouldn't apply for a range attack. So it has total defense of 4.
I have 4 dice on the first shot and 3 dice on the second.
For the second shot, we will reveal another card.
Yeah, okay. So first one. Nothing.
Okay, so the second shot is black card, so it's only defense of 3. And you have 3 successes. So it's a hit for 4 minus armor of 1. So that's 7 damage in total.
Okay, and with the following
it is only on 2 wounds remaining. So if you have 2 red cards, you can discard them in this shot.
True.
And try to kill it in 1 shot.
Okay, let's do it like this.
Okay. So you discard 2 red cards, adding +2 to the damage, so this heroic system is now destroyed.
Okay, and now I have 2 more shots on 5 and on 4 dice.
I believe it is best to target another heroic system. True, they have more defense because they have defense of +1 each, so they start with defense 3, but they have less armor and you can easily destroy them.
Okay, I think I will try to...
There is one for
I think I will
shooting and one for melee.
I will try to hit this one for melee.
Okay, so you target the technomagical impudence
I
scam.
will check red card, so +1.
So it's 4 defense of 4.
5 dice. 3 successes.
So if you apply 1 red card, this is a hit.
Okay, I will.
Yep. I believe that against the golem, it is best to apply dice for the damage.
That's true.
Especially Ascent Oak, when you can use the butlers for transferring the damage. Yep. So that's 3. Yep.
And 4 dice.
So let's reveal. It's another red card.
Just 2.
Yep. So that's not enough.
I won't be able to do anything as I don't have any other red cards left.
Yep. But you have only 2 heroic systems left, and one is at 6 wounds remaining. Now, since the card that was revealed was the system that was revealed was already destroyed, the golem skips this activation. So prior to choosing another model, we reveal the top card from the Rampage deck, and it's a high velocity piercing shell cannon. So again, the strength 7 weapon with armor piercing 2. So it will again choose the highest armor model, so the ogre.
Okay, I can't do anything about it, as the ogre already activated. So I think I will just try to shoot it once again, now with Sir Zachary.
Okay. So do you shoot a heroic system or this weapon? It has armor of 4, so with Zachary it would have armor of 8 because of his small caliber rule.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. So let's target the heroic system that already has suffered 3 wounds.
It's long range,
so
7
it has defense of 3 plus 2.
5. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So nothing.
And the second shot, it's a black card,
1,
so
2,
it's only 3.
4, 5, 6 successes.
Yeah, so it's 3 critical hits. Because I revealed a black card, it doesn't apply to this because it's not in the right color for this heroic deed. So it's only defense of 3, so it's 3 critical hits. You start with strength of 3.
Yeah, so 6 damage.
Minus 2 armor because you have your small caliber. That's 4 points of damage. So
but still not enough.
Still not enough, but close. Yeah. If you had 2 red cards, you would be able to kill it, but alas.
Okay, now it shoots.
Yes, now we get to activate this support system. It chooses the ogre and shoots it with offense of 2.
Let's see if I manage to do
so
anything.
you will be hit, but the question is with how many critical hits.
Well, with 1.
Yes, it's 1 critical hit, so it's strength of 8.
Anyway, it makes no difference. I have 11 wounds left. He's hard to kill.
Yeah, so he just stands up at 1 wound remaining. Okay, so now prior to another activation, we reveal the last card from the Rampage deck. So this means that all your other models will activate freely. So you now know that the last system to activate is the explicitly precise targeting scam. So it is generally a shooting heroic system.
Well, I have only 2 models left, and these are butlers, and I don't suppose they will do much about it.
Well, you can. The system only have armor of 1, the heroic systems, so you can damage them with the pistols.
That's true. Well, okay. I can try to shoot the technomagical impudence.
Yeah, the one already damaged. Yes. Okay, so you pick a butler.
Yeah, I'll check if I have... it's not short range, so maybe I'll just move with the first action. And now it's short range, but movement, so 2 dice.
So we really will, you have no chance of hitting him because he has a defense of 3 plus 1, that's 4.
Bad luck.
And your second
shot standing, it's 3 dice.
Yeah, so you need to roll 3 hits, 3 successes.
And no, not enough.
So as you can see, damaging the heroic systems is quite hard with henchmen. And your last activation is the butler because we already ran out of the Rampage deck cards.
We'll check out 5 and shot on a close range.
So it's
again
nothing for the first shot, and for the
shot.
second one it's
also
nothing.
Yep. Okay. That's it.
So yeah, that's the end of the first turn. We will finish the demonstration here, but what you would do when we would run the second turn, you would take those cards, you would leave the damaged cards inside, because they just water down the deck. So when they happen, the golem just skips this activation. So the more damage it is, the more erratic are its movements. And you shuffle them, and you place them again for the next turn. Now you have a very good chance to actually destroying this golem in the second turn. So what do you think about it? How was it?
Well, it's a completely different kind of gaming, as especially the fact that Golem doesn't roll any dice. So and also there is no decision about adding a card. So it's a bit more, well, from one side it's a bit more random, as you add a card out of the deck to the, let's say, roll. But the roll is fixed. So all in all, I think it's a bit easier to predict what it's going to do, comparing to the game involving a second player. But I think, well, the good thing is that you can add a bit more difficulty to it, if you like. If you think it's too easy, you can
just add another heroic system. Yep, exactly.
Or you can use always the action that's marked with an ace, not necessarily just with another card. And there are lots of options, because I only see one problem about gaming against the game, as after several games you can think about kind of scheme that will lead you to the victory all the time. I mean,
yes,
using some mistakes or some mechanics of the game. For example, if we had a situation like this when I could, in theory, when I knew that the system will shoot the ogre, I could put a butler against it and give it some cover, for example.
Yes, you could. Yes, you
and
could. According
to the rule, still the model that will be shot will be the ogre.
Yes,
even though the roll will be more difficult. So we can always spoil it, of course.
The thing is that this golem is basically the sweet spot is at least 2 players playing at least 2 heroes each. So then it starts to work better when it has at least 4 heroic systems. And it gets exponentially harder the more players you have and the more heroes you have. So for example, in a 3 hero game, when you have 3 players, it would have like 9 heroic systems installed. Then killing 9 heroic systems, 9 wounds each with 1 armor, and playing cards with defense 3 each, this is quite of a pickle. Yeah, so this is the simplest version, one-on-one, and true, it may need a little bit of oomph for the 1-player game, but I believe that for a 2-player game you will have a very fine beer and pretzel experience.
Of course, I suppose so.
Yeah. So tell us what you think about it, and
try it out.
Yeah, try it out with many different heroes, and some offering different options, and trying to use different versions, and maybe run some scenarios when the golem also needs to activate. One idea we had is that you can have objectives that your heroes you will need to activate, but the golem also has the objective, so whenever it moves towards the objective, you move it toward this objective, and then he can pick up a random weapon from them and install them and use them immediately. So that's what you think, and comment down below, and head over to our forums, and thank you for watching.
See you.